Hi guys, so this is another pretty kind of serious, all my videos are serious, but this one's about depression. And I hear people tell me all the time, you have it so good, you have no reason to be depressed. It's all in your head, and yeah. Depression never leaves you. Okay, I've suffered from depression since about 12. That's how long I've actually been seeing my therapist. I've suffered from depression since I was 12. And for people to think, oh, you get over it, just get over it. Depression never leaves you. Yes, there's medications, but honestly, I don't want to live, or I don't want to be on medication all my life. And I've accepted depression as part of who I am. So yes, I go through depression spells, and no, nobody ever actually realizes I'm going through it because I always have this fake smile on my face, which relates to my video I made about always having to wear a mask. But honestly, like, depression isn't something you just get over. It will still be there all the time, at least for me. For me, I constantly battle depression. And that's not gonna change. And so I always feel like I can't be who I am because I'm going to be judged because I'm depressed, and people think I have no reason to be depressed because I have it so good. But honestly, you cannot help that you get into a depression mood or stuff like that, and for people to sit there and then say, oh well, just get over it, you have no reason to be depressed. Honestly, it's just horrible because that makes people like me, for instance, constantly think, oh well, we have to wear masks because everybody's gonna think that it's something just in our heads, or we're just seeking attention, which pisses me off even more. People with depression, sure, there's some that just seek attention, but I'm not one of them. I do not seek attention. I don't wish for attention. I just want somebody to notice that I'm not okay. Like, I honestly, people always think I'm okay because I always have a smile on my face. But that's because I was taught you never show your emotions. Because when you show that you're weak or upset or something like that, people will hurt you. So I've been taught from a young age that you always have to wear a mask. And so, no, nobody ever realizes what I'm going through because, yes, I do hide it. And then people are like, well, then how can you expect people to notice? Well, if you just pay a little bit of attention, you'll actually notice. Because when I get depressed, I isolate, like completely isolate, and people will say, well, you do that all the time. No, like, I completely isolate. I'm in my room where I sleep for days on end. The last depression mood I went through, actually I'm going through one now, but watching some of the other YouTubers has helped me, not be sleeping. But the last really bad depression I went through, I think I slept for like 2 days straight. I isolated I didn't talk to people for almost 2 weeks. And I pretty much sat in my room. And like, I hate going through the depression phases because I feel so alone. And yeah, so, nobody really notices. Like, I told my mom, well, I'm going through depression if I sleep a lot. And she says, well, you do that anyway. So how am I supposed to tell her? Whatever. And I'm like, honestly, I really don't. Because, I was for a while. I was sleeping during the day because I stayed up until like 3 o'clock in the morning or somewhere around there. I honestly stayed up, and then I would sleep during the day. But really, I kind of give the hints, but I'm the most dangerous kind because you never actually know. And that's kind of, I'm the most dangerous type of depressed person because you never actually know that I'm depressed, and by not knowing, like, nobody had any idea what I was going to do my junior and senior year when I tried to commit suicide, because I never showed it. I always had a smile on my face. Nobody actually knew I was depressed, and I did it because, you know, honestly, I felt alone. And when you're in that mindset, people think, well, you're just doing it for attention, or you just want attention. No, I did it because it was a cry out for help. I mean, maybe in that moment, like, I don't know how I was feeling in those moments. I don't believe I actually wanted to die. I wanted somebody to notice that I was a cry out for help, and I wanted help, and I wanted somebody to actually notice that I existed. Because honestly, I go through this life, and I'm more of a ghost. Nobody really notices that I'm there. And that's it. It kills me inside because nobody will ever notice. And this mask has become a part of who I am, and I don't know how to lay it down. So I will always have this mask on, and that worries me. That worries me that if I enter a relationship with somebody, I worry that they're going to say it's too much, and I can't handle how much I consider it baggage I come to the table with. And I hope that's not true, and I hope that I do find somebody that cares about me enough to break down my walls. I have walls that I built since the age of 7. These walls I have been building higher and higher, and nobody's been able to break through just yet. Sure, my family is on the inside of those walls, but at the same time they're on the outside because I don't let them fully in. Because I don't know how to let people in. I've had to keep people out for so long because of everything I've been through, and feeling like if I told somebody, they would just tell me I was seeking attention. That's not what I'm trying to do. Honest to God, I am not trying to seek attention, and I don't want sympathy. I just want somebody to see this, who maybe is going through the same thing I've suffered through, who maybe suffers from depression and just is seeking somebody else to speak to, and I will be there. I will help you. If you are suffering from depression or suicidal thoughts, reach out to me because I will help you. And I won't be judgmental because I know what it's like to be judged. In middle school and elementary school, I was attacked and I was teased and I was bullied for how I looked. I went to a Catholic school and I was physically bullied in Catholic school, and I felt 100 times worse in Catholic school than I ever did in my high school years, because they were more judgmental and more mean in Catholic school than in a public school. I went through hell in that school. I remember being kicked and bullied and attacked for how I looked or how I dressed. And sure, you might say my high school years must have been worse because I tried to commit suicide in high school. But no, I mean, I kept everything bottled up all the way through until finally I snapped in high school. And who can blame me? I went through hell in school. I hated school with a passion. I felt so stupid and dumb because, and I'm not blaming my disease because I do have ADHD, But I felt so stupid because I couldn't get the work done, and when tests came, I had no idea what the hell I was doing, because I mean, I wasn't able to concentrate during class or remember things. And so I felt so stupid, and I hardly passed school. I was fortunate enough to pass into high school, and I was fortunate enough to graduate. But those years have scarred me for life. And so, yes, I suffer from depression. Yes, that will be a daily struggle for me. I will always have to fight this depression. But if you need somebody to talk to, reach out, because and not just to me, but there's other people that will gladly help you. Just reach out. I will, in the description below, I will make sure to put my Facebook, my email, and I promise you I will get back. Because I know what it's like, and I know how hard it is. And the struggle and the fight to keep going is so tiring and exhausting. And I want to help. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Love you guys. Till next time.